Hello, welcome back to my channel, Joy Plans. This week is my third and final back to school spread. I feel like back to school has been a marathon and I've done 3 weeks of spreads in my planner to match that, which is good. I'm not complaining at all. This back to school season feels like an even bigger deal, even though it is my 8th back to school season. It just feels a lot bigger and a lot more because of moving states and schools and like all the new things. So this week was the true first back to school week. I feel like I did 2 weeks kind of leading up to it. So I'm not sure next year I'll probably just do 2 spreads, back to school spreads, but it's always depending on art. And I was feeling the art this year. I'm not always feeling the art, but this year I was feeling the art. And they were all just like different colorways and yeah, I don't know. I loved it. So this was the Knish Girl Jess take on back to school. I just loved the green. I feel like green is just a foil color that you just never get to see and use, at least me personally. So I kind of went and doubled down and did green solids. I really love the green in the kit, but I made it my solid color, so didn't want to bring it in for the like day by days. And then I paired it with purple Holo foil bundle from Plan With Me stickers. That was just so cute and perfect. And I just love all the little like doodle elements. And yeah, I just am obsessed with how it turned out. I did add an extender on the first day of school. And there was so many cute boxes. I wanted to literally add them all. But yeah, that is kind of the rundown of everything. I didn't do any like deco pieces, which is so rare for me, but I just wanted to use all the foil. And then I used the foil date covers, or not date covers. I didn't use any date covers actually. I just used the like labels from the foil kit. So I realized after I was like, oh, the top looks kind of bare, but the week spread is like very full. So I think it works. It balances out. Yeah, so I'm just going to talk through the week. I think I did that a couple weeks ago and I kind of liked it. I'm just playing catch up here with all my planner spreads. I'm sorry, last week with it, like the back to school season, I just wasn't able to get up a video. So I'm going to get back on track, back on schedule here. This is the second one I think you're seeing this week. And then I really need to film my lineup. That will be up next for y'all. So this week is back to school videos. And then next week will be lineup. And I think my last or second to last summer spread. It feels so weird to be doing back to school and then going back to summer. Normally I do back to school and then we're like straight into fall. But it's just like nowhere near fall and nowhere near feeling like fall here. But let's just go through the week. So this week, Monday, it was a teacher work day because, well, I shouldn't say that. For middle school, and high school, it was their first day of school because I'm on a preschool through 12th grade campus again. And that was good to get like the middle school and high school back on campus. It was fun to see them all like reunite with each other. And then the elementary teachers had a work day and that was amazing. My nephew, my oldest nephew, he started 6th grade, so middle school, and it was so fun to be, I feel like this week, it was just like so surreal to be able to see my nephews around campus and for them to like stop by and hang out or whatever it might be, even if it's just like a quick hug or high five. And yeah, to like be able to see my nephew on his first day of middle school just felt like so special. The way like our school works, we get out, the middle school and high school get out like 20 minutes before elementary school because they also start a little bit earlier just to help with like the pickup and drop off zones. And at the end of the day, my class is at their special teachers with their special teachers. So they're with like their music, PE, technology, like those kind of classes. And so it's just me kind of like getting my stuff done. And my nephew gets to come and hang out with me every day, pretty much every day. One day I have meetings, like a standing meeting, but every other day he's able to come and hang out with me for those last like 15-20 minutes. And it is literally like day maker. I just love it because he's just my special nephew. Like, they're all special, but like, it's the one that made me an aunt, and getting to like be a part of him growing up and his humor. I feel like I talked about this before, but it's just like, I can't get over how special it is. And I don't even have kids. Anyways, so it's so fun to be able to hear about his day and all those funny things and like share community with him. Then I came home and I was feeling like so chill about the first day of school. Normally I feel really anxious, but I was like, my husband, everybody's checking in on me. Like, how do you feel? How do you feel? And I'm like, I feel great. Like, I don't know. It just like didn't hit. It like did not feel like real. And then I started watching 10 Things I Hate About You, the movie on TV, and like after dinner, and it just like it hit so hard. So I was feeling really anxious, just with the unknowns, and you want it to go so well, but it did. This week did go really well. I have a great class, can't complain. Great set of parents. On my first day of school, I got like so many texts from people at the school just saying like they were thinking about me, hope they have a great day, like they're glad I joined the school. And then people from my other school that like texted me that, and I just came home to my husband and I'm like, I just like take for granted like those interactions with people, and like I need to do a better job about writing down those important dates for other people in our life, because the people that did that for me today on my first day of school, like it meant the world, and it was just really, really thoughtful. So I definitely am making note of back to school days for my friends at my old school, just to make sure that they feel that back, even though it's not like, something new for them like it was for me. But yeah, I just felt really cared for. So that was super kind. We also got a massive rainstorm on the first day of school. Like, I literally wrote rain and thunderstorm LOL, because that is the last thing I would have expected on the first day of school in Arizona. Like, last thing. It was like 100 and something degrees. So hot. Like, the rest of the week, we had to have indoor recess for our afternoon recess because of heat advisory. And so, I don't know. Obviously, you can have warm rain, but it was right when we were about to take a class tour around the school, and all of a sudden we're lined up and look outside, and it's like just dumping, and the kids of course want to go out, and I'm like, no. So that was kind of funny. And then I just like came home and crashed so hard. I was exhausted. I had treated myself to Starbucks in the morning. I was trying to look at like all my little notes. Got some Happy Meal that day. That was good. But yeah, I just crashed and got some Sadie Snuggles that day, which was great. Then Wednesday, I was already feeling tired on the second day of school. I think it's just like so many emotions play into it as well. And then I restarted watching Abbott Elementary because that's just a classic and good for back to school, because I was doing a lot of like work. I was staying late at school and then coming home and doing more work. So it's just a good like show in the background. On Thursday, more working late, and I put this like a quote box. I put several quote box overlays. I was feeling them this week. Put a couple back to school ones, and then I put one that says like kindness is magical, I'm doing the very best that I can. And then on Thursday it says, I cry a lot but I am so productive, it's an art, like the Taylor Swift quote. And I'm by no means like a Swiftie, but I was just cracking up because I did have a little breakdown that day. It was just perfect. But yeah, it was just like, what am I doing? Just the overwhelm. But I came home and my husband decided to groom our dog because it's so hard to find groomers. I feel like they're always like 8 weeks, like wait. And so we didn't want to wait that long because she's already overdue. She was like I don't know, her hair was getting so long. We were feeling bad for her with the heat. So we have all the like stuff to do it at home. And my husband was like, I'm just going to do it. And I came home and it was like World War III in the bathroom with them together, him trying to shave her. And she just does not like getting groomed. Like, we know that. We always feel bad. We extra tip our groomer. Like, I don't know. try to give like a little bit of anxiety meds to her so she just chills. But yeah, you could have stuffed multiple Build-A-Bears with how much fur was like on the floor from Sadie. It was so comical. I mean, comical for me because I was a third party not involved, although I did get roped into helping for the final stretch. And then I offered to give her, like, do the cleanup and give her a bath because I just felt bad. He was at it for a long time, but yeah, it was funny. It was an adventure, that's for sure. I'm not sure if he will ever do it again. It seemed very scarring for the both of them. They like needed a few hours of like separation after that. But I feel like he would do it again because that's just like his personality. He just like should watch a YouTube video on it and maybe approach it differently, but he'll probably end up doing it again. Plus it saves us like a couple $100 every couple weeks. So that's nice. Then on Friday, I treated myself again to Starbucks because I made it through the week. So I put a note that said survived week 1, and then we went to Mod Pizza that night to celebrate. I feel like the first week of school, I choose like really, really, really easy back to school, like dinners that are something either I can do with like no brain power or that my husband could do. And then I try to buy a little bit less groceries because I know we'll just eat out a couple things. Then I came home and I planned on Friday night, and that felt so good, like so good. Then on Saturday, I got up early, got some Sadie snuggles, walked with her, and then we toured a couple houses, and we actually put in an offer on a house, and I feel like we've toured a lot of houses, but haven't felt compelled enough to put an offer. But this one, we're like, let's do it. We like FaceTime both of our parents, and I talked to my parents a little bit longer because I hadn't chatted with them in a while. They wanted to hear about the first week, and we were feeling good about it. And yeah, and then we just like didn't hear back from them until like Monday of the following week. We had put in an offer Saturday afternoon and said like they had until Monday at midnight, which to me seems like a really long time, but I think that's just like, I don't know how they do it here. Like in Washington, it was like you had 24 hours, not even. And so it was a lot faster. So yeah, we were just like waiting. And we heard literally like Tuesday morning. So they had waited till the very last second to even like respond to us. But long story long, and spoiler alert, it did not come to life. That offer just like, that was a fail. The people wanted way too much for their house and were not willing to work with us. Plus they didn't want to close until like the end of October, and that's a really long time. So we begged that and moved on, and it is what it is. But you just put like so much emotion into it, like thinking about it all, and yeah. But if it wasn't meant to be, then it wasn't meant to be. So anyways, I ended up watching a Hallmark movie that night and watched some Married at First Sight on Sunday. I got to call and chat with my best friend, which felt so good. And just, yeah, lots of just like trying to balance chilling out and giving myself rest, but also having so much schoolwork to do. So that is it. Here's a close-up of my base, and then let's skip to the end to see the final spread. All right, here is my finished spread. I really love how this turned out. Tried to get the like foil layering, but it's really hard to capture. I think this is my favorite back to school spread out of all of them. The green, because I didn't put the green in any of the day by days, which I was a little sad about because I wanted it, but I chose it for the foil and I just let that pop, and I think that was the right move. We had our first week of school, and I have such a sweet class, so that was really fun. My nephew gets to stop by my room like every single day, and that is just so sweet. You can't beat that. So yeah, I survived, and yeah, that is the final spread. I love the foil from Playing With Me stickers, and yeah, I don't really have too much to say other than that. So thank you so much for watching. We are done with my little back to school series, and hopefully I'll get caught up here on YouTube. But that is it, and I'll catch you in my next video. Bye everyone.